Our other hero-level sponsor this evening is also our first honoree, Mr. James Coleman, Jr. Mr. Coleman has served on the Coast Guard Foundation Board of Trustees since 1997. During his time on the board, he's been a pillar of the Coast Guard Foundation, supporting their efforts in the Gulf Coast region around New Orleans, as well as projects on Cape Cod and the upper Midwest. In addition to his longtime support of the Foundation, Mr. Coleman has been a champion of the National Coast Guard Museum, having served as the president of the Museum's Association's board for more than 10 years. Mr. Coleman is also the recipient of the 2012 Coast Guard Spirit of Hope Award for his steadfast support of the Coast Guard and its people for decades. He is admired, respected, and genuinely liked by the board and the staff of the Foundation, and they tell me they are thrilled to see him being honored this evening. Please welcome to the stage Mr. James Coleman, Jr.
Thank you very, very much. I mean, the Coast Guard has been very close to my heart, and I just want to start out to say that I couldn't have done all this without the support of International Matex, our company that my dad founded 70 years ago. And we've been on the waterfront a long time, and I've had the support over these last 10 years since I've been president of the Museum Association. And I'd like to have the new CEO of IMTT stand up and recognize, because he's going to be taking over the reins, and also James Hook. And also, just for a minute, I got the support in every one of these dinners that's going way back. We had most of our managers here, and I like all the IMTT people just to stand up to see what we got to back us up. Well, the greatest thing I can say today is that the 10-year was actually 14 years that we've been working on the museum. We started with Admiral Loy, who did a tremendous job of really pushing the idea, and we now have seriously a very special museum that's on the books and is working. We have a site, we have the property, the Coast Guard has the property, and we've got architects working now, and the first $2 million we raised, we used to get the whole concept there and priced, and that's being done now, and we're off and running. And I think that the most important thing that we can do for the Coast Guard, and it's what Admiral Papp sort of drilled in me. He said, look, he said, you can do something really good, you can do something this way or in New York or whatever, but our group that are pushing this Coast Guard Museum and making it happen now, he said that's something that's going to serve people from coast to coast. It's a national treasure that we're lacking for the Coast Guard, and it's a place where not only its history, but its future, and all of the stories you're seeing tonight will all be part of what's going to be happening in the museum. So it's going to be extraordinarily put together that'll inspire kids when they go in, and the Coast Guard Academy has such a high profile that they'll have the use of this too, and I can't think of anything more exciting in the world than being part of this. And it's with the support of all this and of the foundation that I'm able to move it ahead and keep going. Thank you very much.